Welcome back, guys, to the podcast. And today we will be discussing Summer House Martha's Vineyard. And I don't know, did you find the episode that aired?
It wasn't much to me. I don't know. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
everything was all over the place. I guess we were all having a meltdown like summer.
Yeah.
I'll rate this episode like maybe a seven, 7.5, thereabout.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's for me, Bob. How about you though?
Actually, I'm gonna rate this an 8.5. It
Mm-hmm.
was the scene with Nick and his line brother that was very touching.
That was touching. Yeah.
Yeah, we got into Noel and Summer having a conversation and everything. So, and then of course we got more Natalie. So I would probably rate it an 8.5 for the actual episode. But we will start into the recap where we continued from the night before, where it was Summer who says that she has a problem with Bria because Bria makes she looks
Mm-hmm.
crazy. Now, do you believe Bria makes Summer look crazy?
Maybe it's their encounters off camera, but for what I've been seeing on camera, I don't believe that. I don't believe
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
But that was a bit shocker to me because I was like,
Yeah.
huh. Like I would more understand if she kind of she made it sound maybe what I am not seeing, but maybe if she made it come off as if like Bria is always maybe and then say whatever Bria is always doing. But the fact that she kind of made it seem as if like Bria makes her
Yeah.
look crazy when you're the one
Yeah.
acting out and
She's the
drinking and
one make
behaving.
herself look crazy, right?
Yeah. We got to the following morning where we saw Nick. He was preparing for his race day, and very early in the morning. And then we saw where Natalie said that she had fun, but it got a little bit too wild for her white self. And then she says it isn't in
Mm-hmm.
her vibe, but she doesn't mean the girls aren't her vibe. So she tried to make sure to
Right.
throw that in there because she knows she
Right.
doesn't want to come off as if like she's being very, that microaggression basically.
Mm-hmm.
What were your thoughts on Natalie saying that she did have fun, but it was, a little bit too wild for her liking, and
I don't
she's
believe
had
she
to,
liked them. I don't believe she do.
yeah,
I don't know why she even there at this point because she's like a stick in the mud. At this
yeah,
point, her and Amir can go home. I'm
yeah.
just playing. I'm Amir can.
To me, I was like under the impression like, when is it that it was a little bit too wild for you? Like, I
Right.
thought you were just a bitch.
And Amir over there
So
acting, he's not giving the usual Amir. I mean, he's giving like, oh,
is
this
B
is not
has to
my
be
scene.
yeah, he has to be
I
tiptoeing
don't like that.
around Natalie, and I'm like, why do
Yeah.
you want to be in a relationship where you have to be tiptoeing about your around your partner?
Yeah, you can't truly be yourself. I don't know.
She Summer then said that she also wants to share more with persons so they can understand where she's coming from. And Summer, I'm gonna need you to actually start sharing and stop saying that you want to share more, because every time you say you want to share more,
Hmm.
you're not sharing.
A part of all our issues, though, I believe, is just in our head. Because I feel like there are friends. I mean, there might not be Preston that much because, they all got their own issues dealing with. Jordan might
Mm-hmm.
not be there that much, but I feel like Noel is there. I don't
Yeah.
know if you noticed, but Noel was there running behind her through all her meltdowns, saying, talk to me, talk to me. Like, don't you
Right.
see all of that, though? She is being a friend to her.
And as we speak about that, we got into the Summer and Noel conversation that took place.
Yeah.
Summer says to Noel that she was just angry with Bria, and then Noel was just on the receiving end of her anger. In Summer's defense, Summer did tell Noel to don't touch me. Noel kept trying to touch her. And what I know is when someone is angry and they say, do not touch me, do not touch the person. Because if the person touches you, you can't fault the person now to react because they are clearly angry and they say, do not touch me. Like, okay, go and throw yourself over the balcony if you want to throw yourself over the balcony. If you want to take something and smash it, by all means. But if you're trying to well, from my standpoint, if you're trying to
Hmm.
calm someone down and they're clearly angry and they say, do not touch me, do not touch me,
I wouldn't.
leave the
Personally, I
person. Yeah,
would
leave the
not.
person. So
Yeah.
the fact that she got shoved, I'm not saying it's right though that she shoved
Yeah.
her, but you can't necessarily to 100% fault her for shoving you or pushing you. Well, it was a little push, really.
It was a little
You
push. She's so
can
small.
fault, yeah, you can fault her if for that if it's a situation where she kept telling you do not touch me. So but anyways, Summer then apologizes to Noel for putting her hands on her. So at least she did apologize despite the fact that she already warned her, do not touch me, but she did
Mm-hmm.
apologize. Noel then tells Summer that it's not okay to have it all together. And this is where we saw Noel says that she doesn't believe she will ever look on Summer the same. Now, if someone did to you what Summer did to you, would you basically write that friend off and said, well, I won't ever look on them the same? The fact that they did come to you and have a conversation and apologize. Of course, remember, there may be more to the conversation that we are seeing.
It's not
But
necessarily right off, but like I will probably not look at you the same. Why? Because I appreciate you as my friend and all of that, but I still gotta like put me first too. I gotta put me
what's that
first,
put me first?
Lucius.
Yeah.
That's what Noel was saying. She gotta
Gotta
like
put
taking
me.
being rude or disrespectful or just being hurtful to a friend that's be genuinely trying to be there for you. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I mean, we ain't kids. We are. They aren't kids
We're
because they were
kids no
doing the little
more.
elementary thing when she was running behind her and talk to me, someone talk to me. Like,
Yeah.
no, we are adults, and the
Yeah.
fact that someone is actually doing that, it doesn't matter what you're going through. You gotta recognize. So I don't know.
So we did get a scene where we got Bria then telling Natalie, for some reason, Natalie wants to be in with the girls.
That was weird to
So
me though.
we got Bria having a conversation with Natalie. At first, when I was watching the scene, I was like, is that
How the
Natalie?
hell? Yeah.
No, I was like, is that Natalie? Because I'm like, I didn't expect for someone like her to really want to care to know what happened last night and actually been like intrigued in the convo. And I'm like, oh,
Hmm.
that's what Natalie's role is. She's a messy bitch. She
She
likes
is a
the
messy
drama.
person. I
She
feel like she
likes the
don't like the
drama.
girls, so anything that's like brewing between them to tear them
Mm-hmm.
apart, I think she would want to be a part of it.
Yeah. So we saw where Bria gave her the rundown, and then we saw where now she being her messy self, Natalie went
Hmm.
to Jordan and Donnell. They were outside cleaning up. And this is where we got the drama of basically she telling them what happened and
Hmm.
yeah. So we then get to we saw that Nick came fifth in his race that he did, and it's special to him because it was something regarding the number 5 and his friend that died.
Yeah.
So it was very sentimental to him. He was kind of a bit disappointed that the guy the no one from the host attended the race. No, in their defense, we saw what went down the night before, and that
They went
even
to
happened
bed
after 4,
super late. Super
and they
late.
were
I mean, I
drunk.
wouldn't get up.
And I was
He,
watching
hmm
Preston and Candice's live last night, and they said that Preston was aware a couple days before that they wouldn't be attending the race. But
hmm
he understood where he was coming from in regards to at least someone could have probably, congrats or more wish him
Gave him
luck,
a good look.
basically.
No
Yeah.
one didn't. I mean, that's what I would have done, but I would not
Yeah.
be showing up. I'm sorry. They all went to bed
Yeah,
super
that's
late.
early as fuck. I don't even like get.
And
I'm
like,
a early riser, but I would not get up that early to go do no race.
and the
Like
fact they
no.
were drinking and all of that.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
We also got to where we had Nick now wanted persons to clean up the house because that house was a mess.
It was.
So he wanted his girlfriend is coming by, his event is happening. So he wants the house to be, clean. He doesn't want people to come to wonder like if they're living in a filthy place. So this
Yeah.
is where we got where he was then Bria was like she don't need to have no meeting to discuss what chores they need to do. And she started to have this little bratty attitude.
Yeah.
And then she had saying that no one helped her with her event, which they flashback showing them helping her for her event, which I'm like, girl, if you know the shit was recorded, why would you say something like that?
Just stupid.
Then she says that she then decides to get her chore and then she go upstairs and bitch about it like a child.
Yeah.
And
Saying she's not doing it and this and that.
and I'm like, it's
just
like
shut
your
up.
parents
If you
telling
don't want
you
to
to
help,
do
then don't
something.
help.
Exactly. I'm
I
like,
don't feel
what
like Dick
are
was
you
forcing
doing?
her. I don't feel like he was forcing her. And
He
aside from that,
wasn't.
she was a part of the shenanigans the night before. So you should be a part of cleaning up. It's only fair.
Exactly. I was like, what is this attitude and this bratty behavior? And then you're up
Yeah.
there with, I don't remember who she was up. I know Simon was
She
up
was
there,
with
but she was up there with
Shanice.
some, yeah. And I'm
Shanice,
like,
yeah.
what is with this attitude? Like, persons were supposed to rally around for your event. And no, he just wants the house to be clean. Do you enjoy living in filth? That it's a
And she got a
problem cleaning the
simple ass
bathroom?
task
Clean the
too.
bathroom.
Yeah, a simple ass task.
Oh my God, Bria. This made me was like, I'm just sick and tired of Bria.
Yeah,
Like,
like her and Simon can go.
yeah, it's well, not Simon. Simon brought the entertainment in the ending, but I'm just tired of her. It's all about me energy, and it's
Yeah.
not cute anymore. Like, go somewhere with that. We saw where Jordan then tells Summer that Natalie told her that there was some click and blah blah blah, and then I think this is where she clarify what
Yeah.
she's feeling and whatever the situation might be. We also saw where Jordan then asks Bria where she's at with Summer because they were in the kitchen now discussing, and then Bria says she doesn't trust Summer and stuff forward. And then we got where Summer wants to have a conversation with Bria, and then she came in the kitchen. She kept coming in when people were talking about her for some
She
strange
know.
reason.
She know.
So yeah. So she came in the kitchen and she asks Bria, "Are you ready to talk?" Bria was in the moment of gossiping about her, and this is where she's
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, I'm not ready to talk," or whatever the case may be. And then she continued gossiping about it. And I'm like, okay, Miss who is afraid of a shove is gossiping
Yeah.
about someone in front of their face and doesn't give a F. But I don't know, like we saw Summer trying, but what I got from Bria is that she's really offended the fact that she said something that Simon doesn't want her.
I mean,
And
that
she
was a bit
said,
hurtful.
was
I mean,
it? Was it?
in our little
Was
small
it?
bratty world.
Was it? Because the way her Bria is, like, is it really hurtful for Bria? Or is she just making a moment out of everything?
I think
Like,
she's
I get
probably
the
making a
moment when
moment.
she's saying that, yes, you don't want someone to tell us that that's why your partner doesn't want you, but
Yeah.
I'm like, really, girl? Are you doing this? No, are you going to, let me guess, you want to vote her out of the house because she says that your boyfriend
It wasn't
doesn't
that
want
deep
you?
for her to like decline when Summer offered to have a conversation. It wasn't that deep. She should have just go and have the
Exactly.
conversation. I mean, she already was having the conversation, but not with Summer.
A
But
mess. We did get to Nick's events and we found out Summer isn't drinking. And then Mariah then decided to have a conversation with Amir. And I don't know, persons were triggered about this conversation that Amir and Mariah have. What were your thoughts on that conversation they had regarding
it
laundry
was a bit
gates?
weird. I don't feel like it was that deep for Mariah to have the conversation. It's just past. It's water under the bridge at this point. If I was Mariah, I wouldn't need an apology. Goodbye. And clearly,
Honestly,
Amir don't want to give the apology. I
I
mean,
get where Mariah, let me tell you, and I think this is more of a fourth wall thing.
mhm,
I think Mariah looked on it that she was originally supposed to be in the house, and because of course, she has control of her own actions. We're not saying that, but because of Amir's childish way of not owning up to it in the moment, she got voted out of the house and she lost her bag, meaning that she's not a part of the show. She's not a main
True.
cast member of the show. And
True.
now here's a second season, and it's like they have to be tiptoeing, like, can she come? Can she not come? And for me personally, if I heard that I was going to be on a reality TV show and I'm one of the main cast members and something so stupid that I necessarily did not do, someone did that, but then it causes argument between me and the other person, and the person who did that did not own up to it until after I got voted out, then you're going to be like jokingly like, oh, I was one who did that, blah, blah. And you lost your chance of actually being on the show.
True.
You know, much
Yeah.
opportunities that can be brought to you. So I think that's where she's coming from, that she necessarily does not want. She's already mended the fence with Bria, but I think she just wants it to be publicly, face to face, on camera, as to him owning. Yes, he said it jokingly and you see the flashbacks, but it's like,
Yeah.
I think she wanted that face to face to say, hey, yes, I did this, whatever. Because, audience attention span is very short. So most persons will not remember that Amir jokingly said he was one who did
Yeah.
it, but they may remember a sit down, apologizing face to face conversation than just jokingly saying it in a scene. So I think that's where she was coming from. Yes, it is. I don't want to be discussing this next season. laundry. I don't want to hear any more about it.
Right.
And I really do hope this was the last of it. But for me, Amir's demeanor, what I got from it was a bit not cute. I don't know what he was trying to give.
A bit rude.
But yeah, it was a bit bratty. Like, oh,
yeah.
There's that word again. But it was a bit like, why are you so above it all? And I don't know if it's because you're dating a white girl. Why you feel as if like you don't need to.
I don't know, but he was giving that little vibe where.
Yeah, and then he got up like a zesty queen and just decided to just walk off. And I was
very like a real queen. I ain't gonna lie. I'm seeing some different sides to Amir this season. I don't know.
Boy. Then we got Mariah says she also was hurt by Amir not speaking up and she doesn't believe it was an accident. She got into this thing saying something that he does real estate and the fact that whatever.
Kind of did not.
I didn't understand where she was going with that, but she can let us know in the future. Summer tells Preston that she was. I guess this is where Preston has decided to have a conversation with Summer after. You know, I'm assuming Donald was the one who probably told Preston what was being said because Natalie shared the gossip between Jordan and Donald.
And I must point it out, to me, I felt like Natalie went and said what she said to Jordan, and implying that Summer was saying it's hard to be friends with them. Which I don't feel like that's what Summer was trying to say.
But Natalie, her up here is not, not working. Then we saw they had their conversation. They squashed whatever was needed to be discussed. Then we got to where I think this lady with this wig that looks like Jordan was passing. Then we saw where Amir said, like, is that Jordan? And then we had the insecure Natalie saying that, how could you? How dare you? How dare you say, is that Jordan?
That was just weird. That just was weird. That's why I know that she don't like Jordan. So when I saw that she previously
like
she was there gossiping,
watching back this episode and seeing the real reason why he really said is that Jordan, because then the producer showed
the hair and the white dress. I thought it was too. When I was watching it.
I didn't even think that deep until they showed it, but I was like, why are you so obsessed with Jordan?
Right.
Jordan was outside earlier in the day
gossiping.
That's
what I'm saying.
So why are you so insecure when it comes on to Jordan? And I swear, when he was making moves at Jordan, you guys didn't even know each other. You guys weren't even dating. You guys weren't even in a relationship.
And Jordan is the least of her problem.
Exactly. And I would have understand if it's a situation they were in a relationship and then he was trying to make a play at Jordan and then they had a little argument in their relationship, but they worked it out. So Jordan is kind of still off a forefront, despite she may turn them down. But I would understand they were together and he was trying to. But the fact that this dude didn't know you or wasn't even dating you, why are now all of a sudden you're making it seem like she's a concern to the relationship?
She's weird. Weird as hell.
We got to see where Nick decided to talk about the passing of his line brother. I think his name is Bev. Is it Bev? Or Bev?
Bev.
Yeah.
Something close to that.
So they were having this. He was letting them know that he drowned. Although he was a professional swimmer, was very good at swimming, he unfortunately passed away by drowning. So condolences to that. And he did get a little tearful, but I liked when they, after a while, transitioned into discussing the different sororities, yes. So I like that, and they did their little dance, what they normally do, and I was like, this is good, because these shows, when you have an all-black cast, especially most of them were in sororities, it's nice to see some sort of context and behind it, instead of it just all about partying and drinks and stuff. So it's teaching the audience who may not know much about sorority and stuff. So that was a really nice scene. And then we got to that little last moment where we saw Mr. Simon walking up those stairs saying, I'm going to pull this flamingo outfit. I don't know what's his thing with him and flamingo. He felt
so confident in himself.
He was confident because he's drinking and he's like, I'm going to have fun with my crew. And he walked his way up.
Oh my God.
And he told himself that, guess what? I'm going to pull this costume out. He pulled it out. And he tried it on and he walked it down the stairs and he started doing his little dance with that costume. And I was like, I could see Bria's face like, are you kidding? It's one thing.
But she told him though. She told him, warned him.
But it's one thing. These are all black people.
Right.
And your white boyfriend decides to go upstairs for a flamingo costume. to come down and do his little dance in that costume while drunk and intoxicated. Oh, what would you do if your partner decided to come down in a flamingo outfit?
Probably would have done the same with what Bria did. She was
I
dragging him
would
by
have,
them.
I would have gone for that knife, as she said, and just burst that shit. Cause like really, it's one thing if it was just the persons from the house having a party downstairs and he went for his costume, but these were
But there was
persons
guests and all of
outside,
that.
exactly.
Right.
And I saw everybody's face when he came down that stairs with that little smirk on his face, like, "Yep, who wants to dance with a flamingo?" And I'm
Yeah, this wasn't supposed to be a Simon moment. No, sir. Because usually I would find him very funny and all of that. I would when he did his little antics and all of that, when he jumped up on the counters. I used to find it funny, but like
I find this funny. Bria needed it. I find it anything to make her go off the rocker. I wanted it. So I enjoyed all of that. But then we saw in the ending where Bria claims that she's ending the relationship. I guess she says that there were other stuff happening or in the relationship. So guess what? This is flamingo is all bets are off. Like she drew the line when he came onto that flamingo outfit.
Because while they were getting ready for the party, he was outside sleeping in his suit. I don't know if you saw that scene. Yeah, I was like, wait,
he's tired. He has to be dealing with Bria every night, complaining, and he's tired. He's taking his nap. But that was the end of the episode. We'll see what next week comes with. There anything else you wanted to share in regards to the episode that we may miss? The teaser
for next episode. I mean, we think we've covered basically everything for this episode, but the teaser for next episode, what was it again? I'm trying to remember because I watched the episode. I don't remember.
Honestly, at this point, I don't remember.
It's gonna show like more of them getting into the tea with what Summer said.
Yes.
And Natalie being an instigator, having conversations when she's not a main cast. Like, girl, go home. Go home. Don't you have some real... Go home, Roger. Don't you have some real to shit to do?
Exactly.
Come on now. But
we'll see what Miss Natalie comes with next week. They actually did get a reunion. The reunion was filmed last week. So I heard that the reunion, they covered both parts of what happened in season 1 and season 2. So I'm happy that they did get a reunion so we can close the chapter on these both seasons. So at least when we go into season 3, we don't have to be bringing up back the same thing that wasn't closed out or talked about.
Yeah.
But that was it, guys, for the recap for Summer House Martha's Vineyard. Let me know in the comment section your thoughts on the episode and how much do you rate the episode. Please remember to like, subscribe, and also comment and share the video with a friend and tell a friend. And we will see you next week as we recap Summer House Martha's Vineyard. Bye.
Bye, y'all.